Hi there, this is Mallory, and this will be another War Machine battle report. And what's going to happen in this one is actually something kind of crazy. One of the guys that works at the store here came up with this crazy idea for this mega battle, and we're going to give it a try. So what it is, it's going to be 4 people all playing at the same time, everyone against each other, 25 points a person. There's going to be a circle zone, 12-inch diameter in the center, and then really it's the normal thing where you can't score in it till the last player's turn on turn 2, and then really it's only going to last 5 turns, and then after that we're going to count up who has the most control points, boom, and that's it. Of course you can also dominate with the caster as well, but that'd be a little bit dangerous. So going into a game like this, where you're going to be up against 3 other people, it really messes up the dynamics, because where normally you set up, you say, okay, well, they can counter with this, and then I'll counter back. It's really difficult, especially once you're at the center, because you could be in there and be attacked by 3 other players before you get another turn. So very deadly. You pretty much have to play very defensively. You want to have stuff in there that's really strong, that it might have admonition and stuff like this. And that's why, with me being with Legion again, I decided to go with Epic Vayl, because with her and being able to shoot and all that stuff with her little Oculus and cast spells from far back, she'll be safe. I'll have admonition, I'll have refuge, and yeah, that will be a pretty solid caster. If nothing else, she has lots of focus, so I can be healing up my beasts while they're doing their thing. For my beasts, I'm taking 2 Carnivians and a Scythian. That's it. That's 25 points right there. But it's a lot of hitting power, and that's what Vayl loves, all these big beefy guys. So we'll have to see what happens. Wish me luck. Alright, so here's a picture of the first army. You're allowed to deploy within, 12 inches of a corner here, and what he's going with is something very, pretty crazy. This is the guy that actually came up with the idea, and he's just really using stuff that he either thinks is cool, or, he just freshly painted, and stuff like that. So it's a real mix of models. So he has Epic Scar, and there's a Slayer. There's the Blackbane Ghost, the Warwitch Siren, and then there's Snapjaw and Wrong Eye, and they're also running 2 of those Bone Swarms. So, I didn't even know really what those Bone Swarms do. I've never even faced them before, but yeah, I mean, the Epic Scar feat, who knows what it'll really do with the models he has here. But like I said, it's kind of a real mix of an army, and if nothing else, it's just cool to see, this crazy stuff you normally don't see. Alright, and then you might remember the Troll player from last game. He is now going with Epic Doomy again. He's going with the Room Bears. You can also see the Fell Caller. Janissa is here, of course. He has now Mulg, the Axer, and Troll Moses is there as well. So really a lot of support staff. I think there's probably too much support staff, but then again, I mean, he's going to be freaking tough. So yeah, that's going to be a danger. He has some really long threat range, but then again, this isn't so much about the caster kill as it is so much about getting points in the center. But definitely something with his long threat range, really something to really worry about. But hey, if we manage to kill a Mulg, a lot less dangerous. And then there's my Caterer buddy. He is running Harkovic, who has a dog who looks kind of like a whelp, but hey, yeah, we're using it for a dog because he forgot at home. He's using Extreme Black Ivan. Then there is the bears. There's also, I think it's called the Decimator. I don't know. It's like the Devastator, but it's the guy with the guns on the shoulders. And then there is the Dragoon. So, this is Harkovic. It's a pretty tough thing. When he pops his feet, he'll all be super high armor. And yeah, he has some pretty hard hitting stuff in here. But, we'll have to see which way he goes with his fast stuff. And then there's me. So here I am. Pretty easy to deploy 4 models. So I just got to really rush on up and see what other people do so I can counter them. Alright, and then here's an overview of the board. So really you can see there's that zone in the center. We put some terrain in the center there as well, to kind of make it look a little bit cool. There's a forest in each person's side. You can also see a little like ruined wall on the troll side. That'll be going away. That was kind of a mistake here. But yeah, I mean the forest could make things interesting. It does do a little bit of cover, but also probably force some things to go around them, so forcing the armies to interact. But either way, Steph is going to have to get to the center, and stuff's that's going to get kind of crazy here pretty quick. Alright, so I took a picture of each player's first turn, but really I decided just to go with the overview picture in the end here for this first one. Because really, I mean, for the Crix player, we rolled off to see who would go first and then go around clockwise from there. And so the Crix player went first. He's really just moving on up. The Troll player, he's moving on up as well. And then, you know, the Khador moving on up, putting up some upkeeps. And then same thing with my side, where I'm just up there. I have refuge, spiky growth everywhere. And so really, like I said, I mean, there was no real reason to do a close-up on each side. It's just really all of us moving up to the forest type thing. And things get pretty crazy from here. But one of the things I really like going into this is the fact that I have last turn. So that now I can go in, and after they've all done their things, I can then decide what do I need to do. Alright, Crix turn 2, the ghosts go and run into the zone. He won't be able to control because they're not all in there. But hey, you know, that'll be something that'll be hard to knock him out with because they're all, you know, ghosts. Otherwise, he's really shifting more towards the Troll player, so I'm happy to see that. Scar's a little bit close, but hey, you know, it's not too much of a worry right now. On the Troll turn, he had refuge up on his Fell Collar. He tried going up and doing a spray, didn't do any damage, didn't kill anything, and then he just refuged back, put up a wall, and you can see all of his stuff there. But really, he didn't push up too much. He's doing kind of like the normal Troll brick type thing, being kind of defensive. And for my part, I'm happy because, hey, then maybe I can get to the zone. On the Khador turn, he's really, again, just trying to be a little bit careful, moving up in the center there. And he does shoot some shots at me. I think he does 1 damage to my Scythian, so nothing too worrying. But, yeah, I mean, looking at this now, there's only the ghosts in the zone. So if I can deal with them, I might be able to get an early control point, and that's pretty critical, because really, once we really get in there, it'll be very hard to be in a situation where somebody's not contesting it. So getting an early point could be massive. So that's what I do. I move up the Carnivian on the left. He puts out some spiky growth. Then I go up with Vayl, shoot him with my Oculus to make him an Arc Node, put in a double Obliterate into the ghosts, wipe them all out. Then the Scythian goes into the zone. The Carnivian just gets into a nice defensive position. And yeah, I score 1 point. As you can see, the little red dot on my pillar in the center. Alright, back to Crix turn 3. He charges the Scythian with Blackbane. And, you know, nothing really serious. He really goes and he's more on that left side again. Or rather, going towards the Troll player. So again, I love seeing that. Scar has now moved to that side of the forest. The Warwitch Siren went and charged the Fell Collar, just trying to hope to take it out, but it missed its attack. And yeah, I mean, he has a Bone Swarm that now has a foot in the zone too to contest. But at this point, like I say, it's going to be very hard to get any points because I really expect everyone to be in the zone. Alright, so we're on to the Troll turn, and here comes Mulg. So the Fell Collar kills the Warwitch Siren. He actually pops his feet here this turn, and then Mulg, yeah, just charges all the way in. Is he going to destroy the one Bone Swarm, then move over, goad over, whatever it's called, and yeah, that's going to be it for Epic Scar. So into the Troll turn, it looks like this. Yeah, Epic Scar is gone now, so it's not really looking good for the Crix player. He's also contesting the zone, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Has up the wall to protect Doomy and that stuff. Khador turn 3, he charges in with the Dragoon and kills a guy there and knocks down another, so that's not too bad. And then otherwise, he's just kind of like rushing in and getting in position in the zone. He knows that I can go after Black Ivan, who shoots at me and does like 1 damage to the Carnivian. But if I do that, he'll have a massive counter charge. So I'll have to be very careful here, but overall, I mean, I actually was looking at this and wondering if I could just slam Black Ivan over Harkovich and then, go in for the triple Obliterate. But the way that the angle was, we didn't really define how that centerpiece of terrain was going to be, whether it was impassable or what, so I don't think it's really possible. So my turn 3, what I do instead is the one Carnivian goes, puts up the double spiky growth and kills Blackbane. Then the Scythian charges over into Blackbane. You know, the dog counter charges, but it's not really anything serious. And then I start attacking. And I need 6s to hit, but even though... it's just stupid. Out of all my attacks, I did like almost no damage whatsoever. I think I missed 5 of the times. Well, I must have... Yeah, I hit my 2 initials, got my chain attack, and then from that point on, missed everything. So out of 7 attacks, only hit twice. Can't believe it. But either way, you know, at least I got the guy tied up. I then wanted to go and try and kill the Great Bears if I could. So I went up with my Carnivian, sprayed over them all, boosting the hit and stuff. But just, yeah, not really getting anything done. You know, still with even boosting, missing and all this stuff. And then I actually make this my feet turn. So I go up with Epic Vayl, do some obliterates, kill one, knock down the other one, but of course the way it works, he doesn't actually get knocked down. I have Oculation up on Vayl, I have Refuge up on the left Carnivian, and then I have the Admonition up on the right one. I was thinking after that I probably should have put Admonition on the Scythian, but whatever, it's not that big of a deal really in the end. Alright, we're on to turn 4 now, and the Crix player just really tries to kill Mulg, and he does an okay job of it, really messes him up. I think he leaves him with like 1 or 2 or something boxes left, so really messed the guy up, but he's still alive. Then on the Troll turn, he's really cleaning up here, so he comes in with the... Okay, first of all on the left, he kills Wrong Eye and Snapjaw, so they're all messed up, and that Slayer, it's down to 1 box. So yeah, the Crix player is pretty much done. The Axer had charged... Not the Axer, the... What is it? The Fell Caller charges the other bone... little swarm thing. The Dragoon actually decides to countercharge, killed the Fell Caller, and so in came the Axer to try and do some damage and stuff, but in the end, the Dragoon still stands. On the Khador turn, this is going to be his feet turn. So first of all, he has the Great Bears that go and mess up the one little guy that's around him. He kills Janissa with the Dragoon. Then he goes after the Carnivian there at the bottom. Black Ivan actually isn't able to do very much at all, just because he's needing to boost and all this stuff. He does do some damage to me, and then Harkovich charges in, uses his entire thing, and really messes me up. However, now, I mean, like, even though I could be attacking him, his defense is high, his armor's high, so I doubt I could actually get it done. Then he tries doing some little monkey business with his Devastator or whatever it's called, and I don't know, Demolisher? I don't know what that one's called. But it comes over and it bumps my one Carnivian out. I Admonition back in, and then he was trying to bump the other guy out too. He's trying to get a control point himself here, but he was just shy of getting to the last Carnivian. And of course with Admonition I jumped back in anyway. Alright, now last turn I was running a little bit hot, so I had some real issues here. So my one right Carnivian fails and charges into Black Ivan and does like 2 damage or something because his armor is so high. The left Carnivian luckily passed, and so what he did is grabbed and did a 2-handed throw to get that one Jack out of the zone and just out of the Warcaster's control range as well. So it's good to have him out of the way. Otherwise, I go in with the Sethian. I mean, like I said, I had to heal him up a little bit with Vayl. I put on Admonition on her as well now, but I killed the dog, and that's pretty much the best I could do for this turn right now. Turn 5 for the Crix, all he wants to do is kill Mulg, but, you know, without having all of his stuff messed up, he just can't get the damage done. You know, he's only rolling 1 dice, he's at dice -3, and he just can't do it. So no revenge or vengeance here for the Crix player, unfortunately. Then for the Troll player, he really just finishes off everything that was over there. So he actually finishes off the Slayer with Doomy, and then Mulg comes over, destroys the Bone Swarm. He's also able to kill the Dragoon, and yeah, so that whole side of the board now belongs to the Trolls. On the Khador last turn, he knows at this point that he can't really win or anything, so he's able to kill my one Scythian, and then he actually kind of made a mistake here where he decided to bulldoze with Black Ivan. I think he just loves bulldoze, so he pushes my Carnivian away, which actually just gets me out of combat, so I love that. But Harkovich comes over to shoot my Epic Vayl misses, unfortunately, does some like startup type thing to his other jack, so it gets back up. He tries going over to shoot and kill Mulg, but the dice just don't go as well his way, and that's it for his turn. And then on my final turn, I mean, I already know at this point I was going to win, but I want to at least be in a spot where I can say, hey, it wasn't just because it was a little fast thing in the beginning. So I go over and I spray at the Mulg with my one Carnivian, failed to kill him, so Vayl comes over, shoots my gun in the back, kills Mulg with an obliteration, then puts Icy Grip onto Harkovich. The other Carnivian comes in, kills Harkovich, and that's the game. So a victory to Epic Vayl, and yeah, it really just came down to me getting that early point. Like I said, once you got the later turns, there was just too much going on in the center. So unless you really dominated it, there's just no really opportunity to get other points. Another way that the mission worked too, because we did this time. I mean, I gotta say too, there was no play testing, right? We kind of said like, hey, no, it'd be awesome. This would be awesome. Let's do it. But we're going to try doing this again another time. So I think in the future, something we could have done to improve the game there is, first of all, we had to be a little bit farther forward to start. Now, with this one here, we were 12 inches from the corner. Now, I don't know, of course, what's the right amount that we should be forward. You know, I don't know the perfect amount or something like that. But with this being 12, you know, maybe we should be 15, 16. I don't know. Maybe all the way to 18. Maybe that's too far. I don't know. It's one of those things we'll have to play with to try and find out. But I think around 15, 16 will be about right, where you can really get in there and start having some more interactions on turn 2. Now, the other thing here that's probably also important is that we need to probably have more ways to score. Like I said, once you really got in there, there was too much going on, and you know, nobody's going to score after that first turn unless you really start dominating and all this stuff. And so I really think you have to find more ways to score. Some ways you could do that is on have 4 flags, so that you have the zone in the center and then a flag on kind of each of the corners that you can dominate with your caster. And what this will mean is that if you are really pushing up, your caster could go up and dominate and find a way to get a point without getting the whole zone, but at the same time it's risky because of how, well, your caster's right up there dominating a flag. So that's another thing that's possible. You could also say that, I mean, because one of the things that's unfortunate with a game like this is because of how I said it's so dangerous that all the other players are going all aggressive, that you almost never want to go for the caster kill because it's not really worth it. You're not gaining anything, and it's really just kind of really expending a lot of energy and pushing yourself sometimes away from the zone and in a spot where you're in danger yourself. But what if you did something where you also get a control point for every enemy caster you kill? All of a sudden that would really then like, well, hey, I can't control the zone and dominating there is dangerous, but how about I kill that caster? You know, these things can open this stuff up. So I think in the future we should add these other ways to score and to kind of encourage things being more aggressive. Again, give more room so we can actually get in there. But the main thing at the end of the day is that this is just kind of like something new and different. I mean, the nice thing about War Machine is that there's so many combinations and so many scenarios that it never really gets dull. But hey, it's always even more fun when you come up with these crazy scenarios, have, you know, multiple people playing at the same time, and just really make it fresh. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I think we're going to try doing another one later. And hey, I'd love it if you guys would try this out too. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.